Our friend the cormorant has returned here, sitting down by the river, reflecting as I think about heading back to Texas. And there's a lot on my mind. I'm not sure what all of this meant. The road ended in Placerville. That's as far as I got. And the road ends here because I'm heading back. In these few weeks while I've been gone, a lot's happened around the country. Possibly the worst damage ever from a hurricane as a result of rain, not winds, but dumping tons of rain on Houston. The largest fire by acreage in Los Angeles history is right over there. I mean, I could see the smoke in Latuna and Verdugo canyons. The month has changed now to September, and schools are starting everywhere. Probably in New York and other cities, there's that shift to autumn, and the summer has come to an end. And I don't know what this trip meant. I'm not sure what it meant. There were things I needed to do, and I guess I did them. I checked off the list of things I needed to do. I went and saw my son and had a brief amount of time with him. I went and collected all of my materials from the space where they've been for many, many years. Got my fishing gear. Did some fishing. I saw a lot of old friends who I have not been able to see because I've been stuck where I am back there. Look at this guy, he's really cute. Cute little guy. He's got a crazy looking eye though, I'll tell you that. The double-crested cormorant is quite different from ducks, you know. When he goes underwater, he can stay underwater for a good long time. That sharp hooked beak. Oh, look at this. He's got some buddies who just landed. What do you know about that? 3 cormorants in the LA River is something I have not ever seen in my life. It's nice to see. Eclipse and Perseids were eventualities. I mean, that was pretty amazing. But I come to this age now, and I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. I used to say that I was like a balloon, you know, in a massive balloon that's gotten away, and it just kind of slowly over time I've been drifting so outside of the here's that Metro Lake. It's so nice to watch as it goes by, you know. Actually, there's a closer one too. But like a balloon that has floated away from society, I've isolated myself more and more. I've collapsed almost every relationship I have. The relationship with the mother of my child has been reduced to nil now. She wants nothing to do with me, won't speak to me. When it doesn't matter whose fault it is, it's irrelevant. My relationship with most of my friends also reduced to almost nothing now. Because I don't know, I'm convinced somehow that they've all changed and I haven't. And the ways that they've changed are things that I think somehow make me feel like they never really understood who I was or am. My relationship with my family almost entirely gone now. So, as an isolate at the age of 50 with very little to show for my existence, because I was a performer, I was a person who did things that are ephemeral in the moment. I did all this radio, it's gone, you can't see it or hear it anymore. I mean, you could try to find it and see it. We tried to archive that material No one's going to listen to it. No one's going to care about how much work and effort I put in to resist the Iraq War, because it was the minority opinion, maybe a fingernail size, in the vast majority of media that happened. And being 50, I'm right here in this midlife where the millennials, you see, the digital generation exploded just after my 30s. So all the hard stuff I did during my 20s and 30s, the things that I think of as impressive, the differences I thought I made, have just been erased by the digitization of culture. And I watch younger people succeeding like really rapidly using digital culture, and I'm envious of them, but at the same time I feel like I don't know how to play by the rules of this game, because the way they play it is so much more social, meaning they're unwilling to be negative or to be critical or to show bad sides of themselves. So much so that now authenticity has become like a huge thing of value, and it's the last thing I have left is that I'm authentic, you know? I'm broke. I'm the same man I was when I was a kid. My views and values are the same. I care about people. I'm a pacifist. Functionally, I think I'm a socialist. I believe we should be caring for each other more than caring for our single individual selves or our families through this greedy and dysfunctional capitalized notion. But no one else is there. Or if they are there, they're shrinking in size and number, often defeated by whatever it is we're living in. Because I've traveled so much, as I've told you, and I'm comfortable traveling, part of me thinks, well, you can go anywhere, can't you? Right? You can just leave and go anywhere else. But even that, the escape of that, seems empty at the end. Like now. While full and rich in the moment, like most of the things I've done, when they come to their conclusion, when this comes to its conclusion, when the next escape comes to its conclusion, in reality, very little has changed. My impact feels less and less. I had high impact moments, you know, when I was on the radio, or when I was a journalist, when I was a reporter, when I was working in New York in publishing, when I was working in politics in Austin, when I was working overseas. And then 10 years I spent with Rigo, you know. It's incredible. Rigo and I haven't spoken in a decade or something more. Why? Because, you know, I feel neither he nor any of these people understood me, and I feel taken advantage of them as I watch each of them succeed off of energy that I put towards their efforts. And then the rebound to me was, what, $8 an hour, $10 an hour? And a functional misunderstanding of who I am. And like everyone else, a request that I change who I am, which I don't want to do. Oh look, he's come to the rock. I like that when he dries his wings. Let's take a look at it. Is he going to let us? I've been unemployed now for a decade, more, 12 years. My participation in society has been reduced terrifically. I don't engage much anymore. And part of me took this trip because I wanted to reinvigorate, and I wanted to unpack and repack. That happened. I have to admit, that's it, isn't it? Maybe that's it. So now there is a new lease. I do feel I can press on, go forward at 50 and change the tone, right? Do anything, pretty much. I mean, here I am, I'm educated, I'm intelligent, I've been well traveled, I'm extremely experienced, I can do a lot of things, and yet somehow I don't feel I can get hired or participate because I don't know what's happened up to our culture. My name's Karthik Thiagarajan, and I don't think if I walk in anywhere, I know from sending hundreds of resumes that say Karthik Thiagarajan on them that no one's going to hire me. If I changed my name to Kurt Rajan or Bob Dylan. Maybe it would work. But I don't know. The willingness to do that is almost nil. The desire to do it is almost nil. And I've lost love for my compatriots, the nation itself. It isn't the country I moved to, nor the country I was naturalized in. The only thing left is the nature, really. MTK the Octopus out.